So this is how great God is. I've been having a very difficult last 2 weeks to the point where I was struggling to function properly. Ever had a week like that? Emotionally all over the place, which can lead to a lack of functionality with work and socializing and parenting and just straight up humaning. Well, that was me. And this morning I lay in bed with a rush of ruminating thoughts about all the things I was anxious about. I screamed out to God in my head, God, you have to help me. If you don't help me, I don't know how I'm going to get up today. I told him I'm seriously needing some actual visible encouragement, for real encouragement that I can put my finger on and say, God, you see me. Ever been there? Well, I don't think that those scream, cry tantrums in your head go unnoticed, and I actually think they can be quite fruitful. Cathartic for one, but for two, they are for the better that we're crying out to the one who can do something about all this stuff. So I got up way too late with just enough time to get my kid to school without her recognizing my mindset. We are very sneaky, so when we're parents, right, we're pretty good at covering what's really going on so we can function just enough for them. Well, I got her to school and returned to a text from my wonderful pastor therapist who was just checking in and felt that God had wanted him to pray for me today. I was honest with him, and I which is a good start, and I let him know I wasn't doing too hot, and he asked if he could call, and I let him, and I kind of pummeled him with tears, all that had been stuck in my face for a week or so, and he comforted me with his counseling skills, and he prayed for me and even checked on me later a couple times, and I felt very encouraged. Oddly, what I'd asked for from God was encouragement. And my therapist reaches out to me like that randomly once in the blue moon. So I'm thinking, okay, God, you see me, right? Because isn't that what gets us down? You don't see me, God. I'm doing all this stuff and I need you to see me. Don't you see me? So it's like, yeah, okay, you see me. Later in the afternoon, I've been working at my desk and I come to a place in a notepad with a letter in my own handwriting, and I wanted to share what I had written to myself. And I randomly found it today in my notepad. So, dear Andy, dear Andy, it's April something of 2020. So this is last year at this time. You are 37 years old. For real, girlfriend, I love you. You're so cool. I'm encouraging myself. I need you to know that you know enough to write about people and for them. You don't need to keep studying them to write about them. And then I go on to encourage myself about something that happened. And it's not even, I don't really know what I was writing to myself about. It's just the fact that I gave myself some kind of like, hey girl, you're cool, to myself. It was just so funny to come across that. So now, okay, God, I'm asking you for encouragement, and whoa, you're even using my past self to encourage my present self. God, you're so good. I then had an apex moment where I was reading the letter to myself, and it's just hitting me how good God is and how he sees me. And that song from Sunday school comes in, this is the day that the Lord has made, I will rejoice and be glad in it. And usually rejoicing is frustrating for me because I can quickly come up with a reason why I shouldn't rejoice, or what God's not doing, or how he hasn't helped. But in my face today, I feel like God was saying, I do see you. You can't pretend that I didn't see you. I have pummeled you with encouragement, even from your own self. And this is so random. So in my faith, I just stand on that belief that was God seeing me, that he was answering my prayer. And yeah, maybe the issue at hand in my world isn't fully fixed, but the fact is that I'm seen, and the fact is that you're seen. And if you reach out to this faithful God, Jesus Christ, he will reach back. That's what we do as humans. We reach. And I reached out today, and it wasn't pretty. I cried in my head out to him, God, you have to help me. And he did it. And so I would just encourage you today, if you're having a really rough time, just cry out to him and ask him to encourage you. And I want to say that this God, Jesus, I believe that he will. That's all. Take care.